How many times have you heard the advice that anyone can wear a crew neck, only wear V-necks if you're athletic, avoid the V-neck if you're skinny? Sure, there's some truth to that, but there's some nuance too. So much depends on the collar and its proportions, your body's proportions, and what you want to accentuate or downplay. So if you're not blessed with a Greek god physique like me, the good news is that by understanding these 4 principles, you too can pull off most collar styles. Quick note, if there's anything that you should take from this video, is that fashion should be explorative, not prescriptive. So experiment with what works best on you and don't take any YouTuber's words as gospel. This is perhaps the most important principle. The key here is not just knowing whether you have broad or narrow shoulders, a long, short, slender or thick neck, or a rounded or angular face. It's knowing exactly what you want to accentuate or downplay, and this will guide you in implementing the other principles. For example, do you have small shoulders and want to visually broaden it? Or do you have broad shoulders and want to emphasize it even further? The rule of thumb here is to accentuate your features and downplay your flaws. But if your features are on the extreme ends, you might want to reconsider. For example, if you are a gym bro with huge deltoids, you might want to reconsider bringing attention to your shoulders. In practice, using myself as an example, I have small shoulders and I want to downplay it. I can wear a collared shirt that frames my face as opposed to a simpler t-shirt. The collar here helps to bring attention to my neck and face region and away from my shoulders. So does this mean that a guy with smaller shoulders can never wear t-shirts? No, it means that if you're that guy, you're better off with bringing attention to your face. For example, you can consider t-shirts with contrasting necklines, handleys, and even polos. Uninterrupted lines look longer, interrupted lines look shorter. Uninterrupted lines give no reason for the eye to stop and so elongates the line. On the other hand, a line that isn't so smooth will truncate it. For instance, a turtleneck gives the illusion of a longer neck because it has an uninterrupted line from the shoulders to the neck, compared to a mock neck which ends off at the start of the neck. Again, does this mean that you can't wear a turtleneck if you have a long neck? No, it just means that you should try to interrupt the turtleneck line, perhaps by wearing a collared jacket or even a necklace. During summer, you can definitely elongate your neck by wearing open collared shirts, unbuttoning the top 2 buttons, or by wearing a deep V-neck. What this means is that contrasting lines will soften features and matching lines will emphasize them. Where this advice is most commonly heard is in shirt collars. If you have a wide face, wear a narrow collar, and you have a narrow face, wear a spread collar. Similarly, in a t-shirt context, an angular face is balanced by a crew neck, and a rounded face is balanced by a V-neck. While an angular and chiseled face looks doubly masculine with a V-neck, the same cannot be said with a crew neck and a rounded face. If you are the latter, besides layering a collared jacket, you can also break up the rounded lines by sporting a shorter and textured hair and by wearing angular headwear and eyewear. I'm pretty sure you've seen this before. Well, think of the center circle as your face and the surrounding circles as your collar. A small face looks more proportionate with a smaller collar and a large face with a larger collar. Similarly, in t-shirts, your neck and face will look slimmer with a larger hole opening and larger with a smaller hole opening. Does this mean that someone with a thick neck can't wear t-shirts with smaller hole openings? Or that someone with a slender neck can't wear t-shirts with larger hole openings? Actually yes, in this case I would say 99% of the time you should err on the side of proportion. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Obviously, different collars have different formalities, so you can't just wear one style of collar for the rest of your life just because it's the most flattering on you. Social context matters too, but hopefully understanding these principles will help you to select the best collars for whatever situations you're in. Like this video if you found it helpful and let me know with your current physique and facial features whether you're team V-neck or team crew neck. Stay subtle.